God says, the moment you are about to enter has been written for centuries. You were meant to arrive here, at this precise second, reading this very message. Not by accident. Not by mere curiosity. But because heaven sounded an alarm that could not be ignored. Archangel Michael was dispatched with fire in his spirit and sorrow in his heart. His voice trembles, not because he is weak, but because what he is about to reveal to you is heavy with truth, the kind that breaks illusions and shakes the foundation of everything you thought was safe. Michael says, listen. Please, listen. If you turn away now, something irreversible may take place. Your name was written on this message. And your time, your destiny, your soul's safety are all connected to the next few moments. There is someone you love. Someone you have trusted. Someone whose laughter still echoes in your memories. Someone whose hand you have held, whose tears you may have wiped, whose victories you have celebrated. But that same someone, yes, that very person, is tied to a dark thread that has woven itself around your destiny without your consent. You would not believe it if it weren't confirmed by heaven itself. But God has seen it all. And God is revealing it to you now because your heart is too pure to be betrayed another day. Archangel Michael is holding a scroll. Your name is carved on it. And written beside it is a warning in golden fire, reveal before it's too late. God says, your angels have been whispering in your dreams. That sense of unease you felt lately? That cold silence from someone who used to be warm? That moment your heart raced without a reason? Those weren't accidents. That was your spirit trying to alert you. That was heaven knocking, but you didn't know how loud the knock would become. Now it's thunder. Now it's shaking the gate. Now Michael says, cry if you must, but don't ignore this. Because tears are coming, whether from truth or betrayal, and you deserve to cry in the arms of God, not in the arms of a lie. God has watched every phone call. Every meeting behind your back. Every whispered conversation. Every money transaction. Every step taken while your name was on someone's lips, but not in prayer. And now, a great revealing has begun. A conversation was recorded in heaven last night. Two people. One of them shares your blood. The other one, you've called a friend. They spoke your name, but not with love. Not with care. Not with concern. They spoke it like it was a problem. Like it was something to be erased. A barrier. A threat. One of them said, what if they find out? The other replied, they won't. Not if we keep pretending. Michael's voice cracked when he told God about it. You see, Archangel Michael has fought for you in realms you've never seen. He has fought beasts with no names just to protect your peace. And yet, the deepest betrayal is not from the outside forces. It's from the faces you smile at. The ones who sit at your table. The ones who said, "I love you," and then wrote emails behind your back. Michael says, don't scroll away. Don't look at this like another warning you can ignore. Because this is the final one. The last call. The message that was delayed for years because heaven hoped they would change. But they didn't. They got bolder. They smiled wider while hiding knives behind their backs. They offered help while planning harm. They spoke blessings while planting spiritual traps. God says, someone even tried to curse you. Yes, someone went to a place they shouldn't have, a place of darkness. They handed over your name. They paid for silence. They paid for your delay. They paid for something to block your opportunities. And what they didn't realize is that your name is fireproof when heaven writes it. What they tried to hide is now flooding into light. You may think of yourself as ordinary. But heaven disagrees. The enemy disagrees. Because your light terrifies the ones who live in deception. Your presence shifts atmospheres. Your love awakens what others try to bury. That is why you were targeted, not because you are weak, but because your strength is threatening. They want to keep you small. They want you doubting yourself. They want you in the background. They've smiled while praying for your failure. They've hugged you while hoping you wouldn't rise again. And now, God says, enough. No more pretending. No more shadows. No more secrets allowed to grow in silence. Michael is pulling back the veil. The next few hours will reveal signs. Pay attention. The message in a dream. The accidental slip of someone's tongue. The strange call you'll receive. The hidden letter that will be discovered. A piece of information you weren't supposed to hear. It's all coming. And when it does, you will feel the truth pierce through your soul like lightning. Don't fear it. You are not alone. The armies of heaven are surrounding you now. You've been crying quietly. You've been wondering why certain doors won't open. Why certain people disappear when you need them. Why someone you love seems distant, cold, or too nice all of a sudden. Michael says, they're hiding something. A transaction. A conversation. A betrayal. God says, it is time to face what you've been protected from seeing, until now. Because you are strong enough now. You are ready now. You are not a victim anymore. You are chosen, and you are being positioned. There's more. One person you've been defending. You shouldn't have. They know exactly what they did. They've been smiling in your face and laughing behind your back. Someone said, you don't know how much they love you, but what they meant was, you don't know how well they've been lying. A gift you received. It was cursed. Something they gave you wasn't to bless you, but to bind you. But God says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That curse has been broken. That trap has been reversed. And now the one who dug the pit is about to fall into it. Michael is standing at the edge of your bed. He was there last night. You thought you were just dreaming, but you weren't. He touched your forehead. He wept for your loyalty. He saw the messages others sent about you. He heard someone laugh at your pain. He felt the depth of your disappointment. He cried, not because he's weak, but because you are still kind despite it all. You still forgive. You still hope. You still love. And Michael begged God, please, give them one more message. One more chance to see it before it's too late. And God agreed. That's why this message is in front of you right now. It's the mercy of God calling out to you. Please don't ignore it. Because time is moving quickly now. Heaven is rearranging things. And what has been hidden in darkness is now exposed in light. You will see someone panic. You will notice someone change overnight. That's the truth confronting them. Watch how someone suddenly disappears. That's the spirit of guilt driving them away. Watch how one person becomes overly kind. That's the fear of exposure. And still, God says, your heart is safe. Your future is still intact. Nothing they did will succeed. But you must stop protecting the ones who planned your fall. You must let God remove them from your life, no matter how long you've known them. No matter how many tears it costs. Because God has something better. Something beautiful. Something waiting just on the other side of your obedience. There is a divine inheritance tied to your name. A door that has been locked because of someone you kept in your life who shouldn't have access to your next level. The moment they leave, that door will open. A financial blessing, a restoration of a relationship, a sudden opportunity, a name cleared, it's all waiting. But it cannot be delivered until the counterfeit is removed. And the counterfeit is close to you. Too close. Closer than you think. Michael is crying again. He says your heart is pure. Your soul is precious. And heaven is fighting harder than ever for you. God says, this is not your end. This is your rise. This is not punishment. It's revelation. This is not exposure to shame you, it's to free you. Because you were never meant to be surrounded by betrayal. You were never meant to walk with liars. You were never created to live beneath your purpose. You were made for glory. You were chosen for miracles. You were anointed to lead, to shine, to break chains. But you must act now. This is your moment. Do not dismiss this message. Do not scroll away. Do not pretend this is for someone else. Heaven has confirmed, this is your word. The time is now. God says, I am with you. I will never leave you. And what they did will not prosper. The one who betrayed you will soon confess, not because they want to, but because I will expose them. And when they come crying, do not open the door unless I say so. You will rise. You will heal. And you will love again. But the truth must come first. And it begins now. Prepare. Watch. Listen. And when the tears come, and they will, cry in the arms of God. Because you are not alone. You are surrounded by angels. And what is about to happen will change your life forever. God says, the wind has already started shifting. Something in the atmosphere around you is moving, you've felt it in your chest, like pressure. You've tried to convince yourself that everything is okay, but you know deep down something is off. That quiet disturbance is not your imagination. It is the divine rumble before exposure. Archangel Michael says, the shaking has begun. Not to destroy you, never to destroy you, but to reveal what has been hidden beneath the surface for too long. Something has been crawling in silence near your light. And now, heaven is turning on the floodlight. You are not crazy. The things you have noticed, the strange timing of certain phone calls, the way someone changed their tone when you walked in, the apology that never felt sincere, the eerie feeling when you sat in that room, they were all signs. God was trying to get your attention through little signals, gentle nudges. But now those nudges are turning into undeniable proof. Within days, perhaps even hours, you will see something that will shake you. A screenshot. A photo. A recording. A sudden confession. A paper. A message sent to the wrong person. Something they didn't mean for you to see will fall into your hands. That moment will hurt. But it will free you. Michael says you have suffered long enough. You have been loyal even in the dark. You've prayed for people who would not pray for you. You defended people who placed blame on your shoulders. You've tried to see the best, even in their worst. But now the heavens say, justice is arriving. And not the kind that humiliates, but the kind that exposes the hidden darkness while preserving your dignity. Because even now, even with this betrayal, you are favored. God has kept records. Every time you cried and no one listened, heaven recorded it. Every time you gave even when your heart was breaking, heaven remembered. Every time you stayed silent to keep the peace, angels wrote it down. You were never unseen. You were never unheard. But now you will be revealed. The very person who tried to bury your name is about to be buried in their own plot. not by your hand. You don't have to lift a finger. Heaven is doing it. God is moving through divine justice. Let Him. You will soon realize that the people who once called you too sensitive were simply afraid of your discernment. You see things others miss. You feel what they try to hide. That's not a weakness. It's a spiritual gift. But someone took advantage of your kind heart. Someone mocked your purity. Someone made a joke of your compassion, and now that joke is becoming their downfall. The lies are unraveling. The mask is slipping. The game is almost over. There is someone who pretended to care for you. They wore the mask of love. They said the right words. They knew how to manipulate your spirit. But what you didn't know is that behind closed doors, they were saying things that would shatter your soul. They made you the topic of gossip. They fed people twisted versions of your truth. But God says, enough. What they whispered in the dark will be shouted from rooftops. And when it comes out, do not panic. You won't have to defend yourself. The truth will speak so loudly that even your enemies will fall silent. Michael is watching over your phone. Yes, even your messages are protected now. God is interfering in your inbox. A text that was meant to deceive you will not arrive. A message meant to manipulate you will be blocked. Someone will try to call and explain their side, but Michael says, don't answer until heaven says so. Not everyone who comes back is sent by God. Some return because their masks are slipping, and they need to regain control. You are not weak for loving deeply. But now you must love with wisdom. Forgive, yes, but do not allow access to those who've shown you deception. God says, this next season is too precious for contamination. What you're about to walk into, this divine elevation, will be delayed if you allow the betrayer to cling to you. You must let go. You must allow God to clean the table before He sets the feast. There's a secret conversation that took place about you 2 weeks ago. A group of people, 3 to be specific. One of them was supposed to be neutral. But they spoke negatively of you to keep favor with the others. They nodded while your name was dishonored. They agreed with a lie just to feel included. And one of those 3 was someone you told your dreams to. Someone you trusted with your future. Michael says, that conversation has reached heaven. And heaven is responding with fire. You will start to feel strange energy when you're around certain people. That is not anxiety, it is discernment. You are not paranoid, you are prophetic. Pay attention to your spirit. If someone's presence makes you feel drained, heavy, confused, or small, that is a sign from the Spirit. Walk away. Even if it makes no sense logically. Trust your soul. God has given you a spiritual radar, and it is flashing red. The person who is about to be exposed. They look peaceful on the outside. But spiritually, they are shaking. They know the truth is catching up to them. They know the walls are closing in. And they are trying to buy time with kindness. But Michael says, do not be deceived. That smile is rehearsed. That concern is performance. That apology was written, not felt. Do not let guilt draw you back into a place God is pulling you from. Something was stolen from you, not physically, but spiritually. Someone delayed your blessings. Someone blocked a door that had your name on it. They spoke ill of you to a key person. They laughed when they saw you waiting, thinking the door had closed because of your flaws. But God says, I saw it. And I am reversing it. What was stolen will be returned. What was blocked will now open without their permission. And the very person who mocked your waiting will watch your rising. Soon, you will receive a message, maybe a phone call, maybe a sudden, I miss you, from someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Be cautious. That message is not what it seems. Michael says, it's a test. A final test to see if you've learned. To see if you are still easily pulled by old emotions. God will test your strength before your next elevation. Pass the test. Remember this message. Remember the pain. Remember the lesson. And close the door. God says, this is a divine exposure not just for justice, but for your positioning. You've been waiting too long in a place that's beneath your calling. But you couldn't move until this truth was revealed. Now that it is, your feet will begin to move. New opportunities. New alignments. New territory. But don't bring old betrayal into new blessing. Let go. Even if it breaks your heart. Let go. Michael says, someone you love is not who they appear to be. This message isn't to scare you, it's to protect you. You deserve truth. You deserve clarity. You deserve the kind of love that doesn't hide things in the dark. And while this may hurt now, it will free you for eternity. You are about to see why that door didn't open. Why that connection failed. Why that person grew distant. It was divine protection. What you're mourning is something God had to break off you. Cry if you must. Scream if it helps. But don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go back. Archangel Michael says this moment is sacred. This exposure is a gift. Because once it happens, your path becomes clear. You'll no longer be tied to people who pretend. You'll no longer apologize for your light. You'll no longer carry guilt for walking away. You'll walk in strength. In clarity. in peace. A dark truth is about to come to light. But so is your divine purpose. You are about to rise. And nothing, no betrayal, no lie, no plot, can stop the God-ordained breakthrough that is coming for you now. If you believe in God, type Amen. Archangel Michael says, you will cry loudly in a few minutes if you ignore this. Something dark is about to be exposed, and it is coming from a place you never imagined. The ones you trusted most, the ones whose names your heart cherishes, are hiding something from you. You have been kept in the dark, and now heaven has decided that enough is enough. This message is not random. It is sent by divine instruction. Michael stands with his sword of truth drawn, trembling with intensity, not because he fears the darkness, but because he knows the shock this truth will bring to your soul. Heaven is crying out for your attention because what is hidden must now be revealed. You may not understand why you are reading this in this moment, but God says He orchestrated it precisely. There are no accidents in His divine order. This message is not for everyone, it's for you. Your spirit is already reacting. You can feel the trembling inside, that feeling that something is coming. Your heart knows what your mind hasn't been willing to admit. There have been signs, strange feelings, odd silences, and now God is confirming it through this message. It is time to stop pretending everything is okay when deep down, you know something is not right. The darkness that is about to come to light has been hiding behind a smile. It's been dressing itself in kindness, in gestures that seemed sincere, but it has carried a bitter secret, one meant to distract you, delay you, and keep you emotionally imprisoned. Archangel Michael says there is someone very close to you who has not told you the truth. This person walks with you, laughs with you, even pretends to protect you, but behind closed doors, they speak against you. They have done things in your name that you never gave permission for. They have shared your private pain with others, not to help you, but to shame you. You would never believe it unless God Himself revealed it to you. That is why this message exists, because if He let you discover it on your own, it would destroy you. So He sent us to prepare your spirit, to tell you before it falls into your lap without warning. You may cry. You may feel pain. But God promises you will not be broken. You are safe in His hands, even when everything around you is shaken. You will survive this. You will be stronger because of it. There was a conversation, God saw it. Words were spoken against you. A plan was made in secret. Someone shared something private about you to someone else with the intention of discrediting your name. This wasn't just gossip. This wasn't just carelessness. This was strategic. It was meant to stain your light. The enemy wanted this betrayal to be so deep that it would cut your faith in half. But God stepped in before it could reach its target. He intercepted it with this message. He put a holy stop sign in front of the storm. And now, you are being called to awareness, not panic, not anger, but holy clarity. God is not exposing this to hurt you. He is revealing it to free you. You've carried too much weight from people who didn't deserve your loyalty. You've poured your heart out to those who only poured poison back into you when you weren't looking. You've trusted those who smiled in front of you but rolled their eyes the second you turned away. Heaven has had enough of it. God says, no more. You are entering a season of divine separation, and while it may feel lonely at first, it is necessary for your elevation. Michael says this truth is coming quickly. Within moments, something will confirm it. A word, a look, a message you overhear, it will all click. It will feel like puzzle pieces snapping into place. You will know exactly who this message is about. Your heart may sink for a moment, but then something else will rise in you, strength. Holy strength. God-ordained boldness. The ability to walk away, to detach, to stop excusing bad behavior as love. What you thought was protection may have been control. What you assumed was support may have been manipulation. It's time to see things clearly. The fog is lifting. And when it does, everything will make sense. You've been second-guessing yourself for too long. You've ignored red flags. You've silenced your intuition because you didn't want to lose someone you cared about. But they were never truly standing with you. They were standing near you, watching, waiting, sometimes even competing with you. God heard the prayers you didn't say. The moments when you lay in bed wondering why something feels off but couldn't explain it. This is why. This is the truth you were sensing in your spirit. Do not be afraid. This exposure is a blessing in disguise. It will hurt, but it will heal you. It will sting, but it will set you free. God is replacing what is being removed. He is sending divine connections into your life, people who love purely, who speak truth even when it's hard, who celebrate you behind your back and pray for you when you're not watching. The false must fall before the true can rise. The betrayal must be acknowledged before real restoration can happen. God isn't just exposing someone. He's rebuilding you. He's clearing out the lies so he can pour in fresh truth. Archangel Michael says to pay close attention in the next few hours. Heaven is going to start sending signs. Dreams, encounters, memories, all resurfacing to connect the dots. God is showing you what you couldn't see before. You'll start remembering small things that didn't make sense back then but will now become glaring truth. You're being protected from deeper pain. This could have gone further. This betrayal could have hurt your future, but God has stepped in. He's stopping it now. There is power in your silence. Don't react in anger. Don't confront with rage. Instead, stand still. Let heaven handle it. God has already begun dealing with the heart of the one who wronged you. You do not have to take revenge. Vengeance is the Lord's. What you must do is protect your peace. Guard your space. Step back, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Your energy is too precious. Your spirit is too valuable. You cannot afford to pour your time into anyone who carries secret daggers in their hand. Even if it hurts to accept, even if it feels like you're losing someone important, remember this: nothing from God will ever require you to lose yourself. No relationship, no connection, no friendship ordained by Him will come with manipulation, secret harm, or hidden bitterness. The ones meant to walk with you in this next season will love you in truth. You won't have to guess. You won't have to doubt. They will bring peace, not confusion. Their words will match their actions. And your spirit will be at ease. God says, this is a turning point. What you do with this truth will determine how fast you move forward. If you stay attached to what is being exposed, you will delay your breakthrough. If you release it with grace and trust in God's protection, you will accelerate into blessings you've never seen before. This is why the enemy wanted to keep you blind. Because he knew that once you saw the truth, you'd be unstoppable. But it's too late now. Your eyes are opening. And once they open, they cannot close again. Michael says you must prepare your heart. Say your prayers tonight with honesty. Lay your emotions before God without filter. Tell Him how you feel, and He will comfort you. He will wrap His arms around your soul. You are not going through this alone. Heaven is walking through this with you. Angels are guarding your room, your home, your family. No curse, no plan, no secret can prosper against you. You are covered. You are safe. You are seen. God is not distant. He is right here, closer than your breath. He is whispering to your heart even now, confirming this message in the quiet corners of your soul. You may cry, and that's okay. Let the tears fall. They are holy. They are part of your cleansing. Let the pain pass through you. Don't hold it in. This is not weakness, it's release. You are letting go of what tried to poison your spirit. And on the other side of this, there is joy. There is freedom. There is peace. Someone tried to silence your light because they were afraid of it. Someone tried to use your past to hold your present hostage. But God is speaking now. He is putting His divine foot down. No more lies. No more pretending. No more confusion. He is clearing the path ahead of you. You will walk in truth. You will walk in freedom. You will walk in divine alignment. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will stop what He has planned for you. In the days ahead, Be mindful of your emotions. Let them come, but don't let them control you. Observe everything. Watch how people speak. Watch how they react to your silence. Listen deeply, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. You are going to see things differently. You are going to feel a shift. That's not paranoia, that's discernment. Trust it. Don't explain away what your spirit knows is real. God gave you that gift for a reason. You may feel tempted to shut your heart, to protect yourself from ever being hurt again. But don't let this betrayal turn you bitter. Let it make you better. Let it refine you, not harden you. Keep your heart soft, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Your softness is your strength. Your empathy is not a weakness. God is going to bless you for staying true to your heart even when others played games with theirs. Archangel Michael says he's not leaving your side. He will walk with you through this exposure. He will guard you in every conversation. He will whisper in your ear when danger tries to approach. He will send divine blocks to keep harmful people from getting close again. Your atmosphere is being cleansed. Your life is being reordered. This is not a breakdown, it is a breakthrough. This moment will mark the beginning of your freedom. You will never again allow false loyalty to blind you. You will never again sacrifice your peace to keep someone who was harming you in secret. You will rise. You will flourish. You will walk in joy again. And most of all, you will be surrounded by truth, by love, by light. Because God is with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. Archangel Michael says, you will cry loudly in a few minutes if you ignore this message. What is about to be revealed will change the way you see everything. A dark truth concerning your loved ones is rising to the surface. It cannot remain hidden any longer. The heavens are speaking now, and this moment is not ordinary. This is not just another message. This is your divine wake-up call. What has been whispered in the shadows is now being brought into the light by the command of heaven. You must open your heart right now, because God has chosen this moment to speak to you, not by chance, but by divine order. The veil is lifting. The masks are falling. The intentions that were hidden are being uncovered. And it is not to hurt you, it is to free you. God says this truth may be painful, but it will not destroy you. It is the truth that will set you free. You have felt it in your spirit for a long time now. You have sensed that something was off, but you could not prove it. You questioned your own instincts. You silenced your inner knowing, because you didn't want to believe that the ones you love could carry such a heavy secret. But heaven has seen what they've done. Heaven has recorded the words they said behind your back. Heaven has witnessed the jealousy, the manipulation, the betrayal. And now it is time for the truth to come forth. God is not exposing this to punish you. He is exposing it to protect you. What you thought was love was sometimes control. What you thought was loyalty was often survival. What you believed was support was sometimes silently working against you. The ones you thought would cheer for your progress were secretly afraid of your success. And even when they smiled, their hearts were unsettled when you rose. But God says you will rise anyway. Nothing they plotted, nothing they said, nothing they wished in the quiet of their minds can stop what I have placed inside of you. Their truth is now being revealed, but your truth has always been written in heaven. You are mine. You are chosen. You are protected. Archangel Michael says your spirit has been crying for answers, and now heaven is answering. The darkness around you was not your imagination. The coldness in their energy was not in your mind. That one person who suddenly distanced themselves after you started succeeding, it wasn't random. That relative who once supported you but now criticizes you behind closed doors, it isn't love. That person you defended so many times, the one you protected, covered, believed in, they turned their back when you needed them most. And God says, no more lies. The time for pretending is over. This truth cannot remain buried, because the longer it stays hidden, the longer it delays your elevation. You are not meant to be surrounded by wolves in sheep's clothing. You are not meant to pour yourself into hands that secretly hope you fail. The divine is cleansing your space. What you lose in this season, don't grieve it too deeply. What is being removed, don't chase after it. You've been carrying the weight of dishonesty, the heaviness of misaligned connections, and the sorrow of betrayal for too long. Heaven says it is time to release it all. What's about to come to light will shake you, but it will also free you. You are stepping into the light. You are stepping into truth. You are stepping into divine justice. God has watched you suffer silently. He saw you cry when no one noticed. He saw you love even when you were being used. He saw your loyalty when they plotted. And now He is moving. Not with anger, but with justice. Not with rage, but with holy fire. There is a reason you've been feeling distant from certain people. There is a reason you can't feel safe in places you used to find comfort in. It's because God is detaching you. He's pulling you away so that He can pull you higher. You cannot stay loyal to people who secretly curse your destiny. You cannot keep pretending everything is fine when your spirit is screaming otherwise. The Holy Spirit is revealing it now. That one conversation you overheard wasn't a mistake. That message you stumbled upon wasn't a coincidence. That uneasy feeling you had around them wasn't just your imagination. It was your spirit reacting to their spirit. And what was done in the dark is about to be exposed in full daylight. Archangel Michael has been fighting battles on your behalf. You didn't even realize how close you came to destruction, but his sword of protection has shielded you. They tried to sabotage your name, but it didn't work. They tried to confuse your mind, but your clarity returned. They tried to infect your peace with their chaos, but peace is still standing around you. This is not by luck. This is divine protection. You've been kept. You've been watched over. You've been defended in realms you couldn't see. God says, the one you trusted with your secrets, be careful. The one you allowed into your vulnerable places, be aware. Not everyone who knows your story deserves access to your future. The truth is, some of your loved ones are battling their own demons, and instead of healing, they projected their wounds onto you. Instead of supporting you, they tried to compete. Instead of being happy for you, they questioned why it was you and not them. This is a spiritual war, not just a personal one. This isn't about ego, it's about destiny. Your light irritated their darkness. Your growth exposed their stagnancy. Your favor reminded them of what they gave up. Do not be afraid of this truth. It will not destroy you, it will deliver you.